It's Friday. Gotta get down on Friday. Remember that song? It's Friday. Happy Friday. Ah! Wanted to make a quick video about, first of all, happy Friday. And as you can see on the title, I wanted to make a video about investing in crypto. I'm touching on this subject because it's logical and it's rational, and it supports, my idea of diversifying. Don't put all your eggs in stocks or all your eggs in real estate or all your eggs in one basket, but diversify. And although crypto is speculative, the cryptocurrencies that I put in the title are just they're relatively cheap, and I think it's, if you have $20, $10 here and there for something that's super cheap, why not put $10? Why not put $20? Why not invest in it when it can possibly go up like gangbusters? Like, put money in there that you aren't afraid to lose, or you're not worried about losing, because the way the world is going now with this war and the value of the dollar and how things might be changing to digital currency in the future, it makes sense. It's logical to be on this side of the coin versus the other side when things go super high. You'd want to invest in for example, Amazon, when it was like $3. Now it's, gangbusters. It's like thousands of dollars worth of share. So it makes sense and it's logical, and I've invested in a couple of them, and I wanted to make this video to spread the word to do that too. This is just my advice, my opinion. Diversification makes like a lot of sense. So some of my favorite ones that I like to invest in, that I recommend investing in, but definitely do your own research, is Ethereum, XRP, XLM, Solana is one of them, and XDC. So those are a couple just for starters, and those are relatively popular ones, especially XRP, which is like Ripple. So those are relatively cheap cryptos to get into. My favorite exchange is Coinbase because it's pretty user friendly. Kraken is pretty cool too. Kraken is another one that they're pretty user friendly, but Coinbase to me is a little bit user friendly. But if you're trying to invest in, like, let's say XDC, it's not available on Coinbase, but it is on Kraken. So I use both of them. Just like invest $10, $20 on ones that you do your own research on and you find that'll be good, and then just let it sit. Check on it every 6 months, every 1 month or something like that. If you have a couple bucks to throw in there, just like do it. Before you know it, you have $100 or whatever of something that's like really cheap, and then all of a sudden, who knows what happens in the future, and it's worth like way more than that. What else was I going to say? The other thing I was going to say is, when you're investing in crypto, don't just leave the money on the exchange. Don't just leave the money in an exchange. Your example is Coinbase or Kraken. Those are examples. Don't just leave it in there, but transfer your money into a cold wallet. My favorite cold wallet is Tangem, and when you transfer it to a cold wallet, you hold the keys to owning that crypto. When you leave it on the exchange, it's just the exchange owes you that money, but it's risky to just leave your money in there. Hence that big exchange, I forget the name of it. I forget the name of that big exchange that just had, lost everybody's money because everybody left their money on the exchange. So with that example, you don't leave your money on the exchange because you don't hold the keys to it. You don't really own it. But just get a cold wallet and then transfer the money into the cold wallet. And there's plenty of YouTube videos on how to transfer the money, the different types of cold wallets you can get. Cold wallet, it's just going to be a card, but once you do your research, you'll learn more about cold wallets and transferring your crypto into the cold wallet, and then you just hold it, keep it in a safe place. And yeah, that's pretty much what I wanted to talk about today, because it makes sense and it's logical, and I wanted to share. And it'll feel good on the other side if the dollar goes to kaput, and then they're using Bitcoin, or they're using XRP, or they're using some other type of crypto for you to buy stuff, and the value of it goes through the roof. It'll be cool if you're able to invest in it before people know about it, and then it goes gangbusters. It's good to be on this side before a lot of people know about it versus on the other side where everybody knows about it and then it's probably too late. That's pretty much all I wanted to say. And have a great weekend. But I'm tasking you to invest in some crypto, diversify, change it up. If you're into investing and you have a pie, add a slice for crypto and take action. Open up an account with Coinbase or Kraken, and just start investing in some stuff. Money that you can lose, $10, $20. It could pay dividends in the future. I highly recommend it. All right, have a good weekend. Bye.